welcome to the old club.
Let me tell you, the crazy part of this ain't had nothing to do with what I did. It had a big 250-pound motherfucker fell on my leg. Like, ain't shit you can do about that. Like, that's just a lot of man on your leg.
A lot of man.
Okay,
a lot of man
exactly. It had nothing to do with me not stretching, not me eating my vegetables and my vitamins.
Right.
She did everything she needed to be doing.
Damn.
I wasn't prepared for no man.
Still got.
Still got guys. Like,
gotcha. Gotcha, bitch.
Be careful.
I was like, damn. Hey, community. Here's what's brewing today.
Gay bowl, tibias, and fractures.
Raids in Chicago.
And ask your aunties, who's nude? So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report. Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Kerel.
It's Auntie Dawon.
And it's Auntie Jerrell. What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on? Hey.
Hey, you know, we might as well hop on into it. No pun intended, but
because I'm hopping. I see what you did there. Well played. I give that to you.
Jerrell's fresh from Gay Bowl in San Diego, but she came back with the wrong hardware there.
I sure did come back with some hardware. That post took me out. When I was literally on my way home, and I was like, I did come back with some hardware, just not the kind of hardware I was going for.
You got to be careful. You manifesting things with the universe.
Hey, honestly,
you gotta be specific.
My number one thing, I catch y'all now. My number one thing was I didn't want to get injured. And I couldn't even do that. That was literally the number one thing. I was just like, I just want to come back healthy and uninjured. Fail.
Damn.
So it is what it is.
Explain maybe to the community what Gay Bowl is. Like maybe there's people, like obviously we know, but maybe there's some folks actually they're like, what the fuck is Gay Bowl?
So Gay Bowl is the U.S.'s largest national queer flag football league. And so Gay Bowl is the championship. It's the ending season where, each city that has a league, bring their best to compete in 4 different divisions across different types of groups as well too. Like there's a men's league, there's a women's league, there's a non-binary trans league as well too, and whatnot. So it's just real cool just to kind of come together and play some flag football. And I think this was the biggest one that they've had yet. By the time the tournament was done, we would have played more games in the entire season of the NFL combined. Mm-hmm. There were so many people. There was over 20-something fields as well too, and it was a good time. And I think besides playing with my team, was shout out to Boom, wearing my Seattle Boom jersey right now. That's what that's my team. That's my squad. Right. Besides playing with my squad, the thing that I loved the most was running to everyone from the community. So there are people in the community who listen, who play, and it was cool running to people like, Auntie, what's going on? I was like, holy shit, I didn't know you play football either. Like, I mean, like some of y'all know I play football, but y'all ain't in my DMs. Y'all not messaging me being like, oh, I play football too. So I'm like finding out in real time, like people like Michael from Chicago. I'm like, damn, like I played this team twice. Like ran into Smithy, finally got to meet the Alexa Smithy, which was so great. Like I was walking and he put me aside. He was like, I know you're gonna be. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And it was just hilarious. Like crazy. Finally got to meet Brian Sims and his husband Alex, and fun fact, I actually talk with Alex on a regular compared to Brian. So like when I ran into Alex, I was like, what's up, girl? And I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
I love it.
And it was cool to see them. And then, of course, we saw our sister Shayna as well, too. And just ran into, like, a bunch of folks, like my brother Buck, who listens to the podcast as well, too. He played with the Minnesota
MVP
team.
MVP
Buck, offense, and won, his division. It was just really cool to just see so many people who listen, support, and rock with the podcast in real time. Yeah. I remember when we had that get-together that December a couple years ago
in New York.
New York, it felt like that. That's what it felt like. And so I absolutely loved it. Now the sad news was, yes, y'all, community, I did get hurt. I got 2 hairline fractures to my tibia. Had this big ass motherfucker from Colorado. Ooh. He was
Buffalo fed.
He was putting up a screen. he was putting up a screen and doing too much, and he pushed me down to the ground, which is again, we fight within the 5-yard line, so we can be aggressive. But then when I was trying to get up, the motherfucker wouldn't let me get up, and then he fell on me trying to keep me down on the ground. And I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, this ain't tackle. You're not supposed to be on me." But you know what? She still pushed that motherfucker off, got the flag, and she had to hobble off afterwards. So I was like, I got to stop.
Something was crazy.
No, I played one more. Snap. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, my leg is burning. Like, it's burning. Like, the whole part from my knee all the way down my ankle was like heating. I was like, yeah, that's not normal. So, yeah. And then she was done for the rest of the weekend. So,
damn. Did you have to stay and watch the rest of the games, or did you like go immediately to like the urgent care?
I went to the medical tent there. And I was trying to explain it to them, and they're like, there's not much we can do for you, especially if it's like that high up. Yeah. And then I stayed for the rest of the game, and then afterwards I was like, yeah, no, I need to go to urgent care because there's just, I mean, like it's hurting. Like this, just I know like a muscle injury compared to something like this, and I was like, this just don't feel right, so I'm gonna just go in urgent care. And yeah, that was good. Oh, but here's the crazy part. So why are these bitches? I love them. They were cool people. I was kikiing with them, but I can hear them after they did my X-rays, like talking out there in the hallway, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like this is not normal. This is an abnormal X-ray. Like look at this part of his tibia." And I was like, "Oh shit." Damn. I was like, "I'm fucked. I'm like really fucked." And then she was like, she knocked on the door and she's like, "Can you come with me for a second?" I was like, "Okay, here I come." And she goes, "So this is what a tibia is supposed to look like. And then here's your tibia." And I said,
"Oh no." You said, "Oh girl."
I said, "So I'm not supposed to have those tiger stripes right there in my tibia?" She said, "No." She said, "So you came in for A and B right here. These 2 hairline fractures right above your ankle. These tiger straps are stress fractures. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stress fractures. Are you not in pain?" I said, "No." She's like, "And that didn't happen during this?" I said, "No." She was like, "You must get a high ass pain tolerance." And I was like, "Apparently I do."
They've been on a goose, blaming on the henny.
Like the way she was like touching my tibia, like, "So this don't hurt?" But she touched my shins, like, "This don't hurt." I was like, "Nah, that don't hurt." She's like, "You literally have 7 stress fractures right here, and this is not supposed to be like that." And I was like, "Huh, okay." So yeah, you know what that means? I'm a thug, bitch. Try me if you want
to. I know that's right.
Try me if you want to.
I'm a thug. Okay, trick daddy.
Okay. But it felt so
like,
good.
What's the recovery process? Like just crutches, or did you have to be in a boot or anything?
So I'm in crutches right now, probably for the remaining of the week. They just want me to kind of keep weight off of it for the most part. So really not a lot of walking around, anything like that. No boot, there's no surgery. So it's just like a healing process this time, and just waiting on time. So, she can be drinking her milk, taking her vitamins, okay? And she can be minding her business like she does, so that way my body can heal, because I got things to do.
You at least get the handicap sticker to put in your car?
That's right.
Well, I mean, I would have to have a card in order to get one of those. So, yeah, that's his stuff. That's his extra.
That's his car.
So,
you don't drive it from time to time.
I mean, when we go on road trips, then I'll drive, because yeah. But no, that's his. That's it. But honestly, it felt really good. I hadn't played since my team won in 2021 in Tempe. Yeah, and so I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, but this is the best, like I've said before, this is the best I've been since like 2014, 2015. So the fact being that even after the first day,
because you petite now, you
look,
piles you petite.
I mean, honestly, like I probably could have easily played 3 or 4 days. Like like the way I woke up on day 2, like I didn't do nothing the first day. And the crazy thing is, bitch, I'm a dog. I'm a dog when I'm playing linebacker. All right. I had the young 20-something-year-olds on my team be like, "You need to teach me the Superman. You be like flying through the air like this, like yank."
I saw that picture. I was like, "Damn, Superman at home." Like, parallel to the ground.
Yeah, girl.
You're gonna have to send me
I
that
got-
picture so I can put it in this episode.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah,
this is
I'll
Henny,
send it.
Henny.
I said, let me tell you, I lock in. So it felt good to just be like, okay, I still got it.
That's dope.
So
I
yeah.
played
It's dope.
flag
go ahead.
football for a season in Chicago.
Did you?
Yeah,
I did.
you?
Yeah. Mhm.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just one season. That was enough.
She said one and done. I'm good. I don't know why I never played. Like, because like every time I like see everybody play, I'm like, oh, I want to play. And then the older I get, I'm like, do I want to play?
Yeah.
Now I'm like at that age where like, I don't know.
Gays get aggressive. We're hella competitive and we get aggressive.
Okay.
So like the probability of getting hurt in some way, shape, or form with flag football is pretty
Yeah,
high.
man.
It's the probability
You're
of
right.
getting hurt playing kickball is pretty high.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I will say this: if you take care of yourself, if you healthy, if you stretching, you exercise and stuff like that, the probability you getting hurt isn't that high unless you are in contact with someone else who's not aware of what they are doing. That's 9 times out of 10 where most of the injuries are going to happen. If someone is doing something that they shouldn't be doing the most outside of what their positions is called for, right? And that's one of my things I love about bringing my coaching background into like the league and my team is helping, people who may not have grown up playing in competitive sports or being on a team where you have a level of consistency, you get a certain amount of reps where you learn your body awareness. You understand your speed and how long it takes for you to slow down if you're running at 250 versus running at 180, right? And force and all the rest of that stuff. So I love that player development aspect to help decrease the amount of injuries. So that's really where the injuries come from. But other than that,
how many divisions are there? Because you said Buck won his. Like I don't think I ever was aware. Like say like for the men, like how many divisions are in there?
There's 4. So there's A, B, C, and D. And so I was playing in A. And then I believe Buck was in...
I was in D.
I was in D. Hey.
I was.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I want to say Buck won C because I believe it was I think it was a DC team that won B. And then an Oregon team won D. So I want to say Buck was either C or B. It was one of those two. I want to say it was C.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the San Diego guys out there too. They be all.
Oh yeah, bitch! I ran into Conrad. I seen Steve.
I know, right?
Who else I ran into?
Blues.
Right. I ran into Brian as well out there too.
Brian Blues. Yeah, he sent me a picture. He's like, "Look who I ran into." You him and Ryan.
Yep. I ran into a bunch of people out there. Girl, not Brian being shady, bitch. So let me tell you. So I'm sitting there at the closing party with Brian. And I mean his friend, I forget his friend's name. I want to say it was like
Ryan,
Alan.
probably.
Ryan, tall.
Is he tall? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they sent me a text.
Okay. And so the 3 of us were talking, and then this other guy named Ryan came up, and Brian goes, "Oh, do you know Ryan?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I know Ryan. Yeah, we go back." And then Brian was like, "Oh, that's because y'all from Minnesota." I was like, "Yeah." And then my Ryan goes, "Oh, because we used to date." And I was like, "You need to put all that out there." And the way that Brian started getting in. "Oh, wait, so he said you'll keep us a bits? Y'all know each other like that?" And I was like, Lord Jesus. And then he started doing the math. And he was like, "Well, Ryan, I know how you like them. So, Jerrell, you must have been like 18, 19. I was like, "Yeah, I was 18 years old."
I'm so done.
I was like,
done.
Child. I was like, girl.
Bringing you fulfilled.
Girl, I was
fulfilled.
like, didn't nobody need to know that. Didn't nobody need to know that. And he was like, "Oh, well, don't you listen to his podcast?" And my ex was like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, because he don't need to be listening to it. I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with him. He a white old man."
Bryce just be the first one to listen to. Hey.
Yeah, right. Hey, Ryan. It was good to see you too, girl.
We be spilling all the tea and all the names.
It was good to see you too, girl.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
No, I love, like we said it when Shannon was here. San Diego's a key of a time. I like hanging out in San Diego.
That was my first time. And actually, Hillcrest is cute. Hillcrest is cute.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, we almost got by these Latin men. So it's Sunday night. Me and 2 of my other teammates, are left. And bitch, I'm even in my crutches. Okay. So I'm like, I got my tequila in me. I'm good with my crutches, humble on. And we shut down Rich's. And so the bars closed around like 1:50, 2 o'clock in the morning. And one of my teammates is making out with one of the Mexican guys or Latin guys. And they're like, oh, well, do you want to go to the after bar with us? And I was like, I mean, I'm down. And they both like, yeah, I'm down. So we're like, okay, cool, let's go to the after bar. So my friend was trying to ask, like, where is the name of this place? Where's the after bar at? And the guy just kept saying, it's around the block. It's just on the other side of the block. And I was like, okay, that sounds weird. But like, what's the name of it? Then he was like, do y'all speak Spanish? We were like, no. And then he turned to his friends and started speaking in Spanish. And I was like, hold on.
Spidey sense.
Okay. So we outside, they talking, and me and my two mates are talking. And then he comes out, he's like, all right, well, we're gonna let's go. And so we start walking, and it's just me and my teammates and him just start walking away from the bar. And I'm like, but what about your friends? Like, how come your friends ain't coming? And then he said something in Spanish, and I was like, no, we're going this way. We're going back the other way. This don't make no sense. Why you ask us to come to this after bar and then say we're going with your friends, but your friends aren't coming? We going back over here this way. So I say, y'all.
He saw one hobbly ass man. He's like, I can take the other two.
They're about to run a game.
No, and what they saw was three beautiful black men. I said,
yeah, I know this.
I seen this. This ain't happening. No,
I seen this on X.
This ain't happening.
Latinx.
I don't know what you thinking, but all you gonna see is this crutch.
That was good to watch. That's funny. I know that is right.
It was crazy out there.
I bet it was. All the men.
But next year, it's in Minneapolis. It's in Minneapolis next year. So I am so excited that it's gonna be back in my home.
So you got to play another year. You got to redeem yourself.
This was supposed to be my year that I was gonna be okay. I'm done after this year. So now I'm like, fuck. All right, I got one more year. Then after Minneapolis, I will officially be done. So
I love it. Well, that's dope. In community, if you have questions about it, reach out to Henny. Like, if you're interested in all that stuff, she could get you connected, like, to teams and cities and things like that, because she's connected to a lot of the folks across the country, quite frankly. So,
and even if you don't live in a city where there is a league, you can still be picked up by other leagues as well too. So I can find you some people if you're interested.
She's the plug.
Yeah, see the plug.
Well, we're glad you're alive and mostly well, honey. Let's see here. What else? What was going on in your neck of woods? Like, anything? It's been same old over here.
No, things have been pretty chill on my end.
That's the first.
I saved my all my interactions for when I'm over there.
Yeah.
No. Over there. Him downstairs.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, but things have been going good. I had a lovely weekend. Shout out to Ruben, who we got to celebrate his birthday over the weekend. And got to see a lot of friends.
Your friend is so fine.
He is very fine.
Okay.
I agree with that statement.
A lot of my friends are.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
But I'm talking about your friend Ruben. I'm talking about your friend Ruben.
Specifically.
Okay, I'm talking about Ruben. Okay. Mm-hmm.
He said, I ain't talking about stuttered.
I just want to be clear. I agree with what you said, because you got the friends in Brazil as well too. I like to call them out individually. They get their own recognition. Okay.
As they should.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
But no, it was lovely spending a birthday with him, and we went to this lovely Asian place that was like so beautiful. It really looked like a James Bond film. It was just so glossy and black and gold, and amazing Art Deco decorations, and the food came out so well, and it was just a lovely time. And then we ended up at the Eagle.
I'm sure that was a lovely time too.
Damn, see, I should have came into the city. Damn, what am I doing? I'm slacking.
It's wild because that's basically where he wanted to go the entire time, and we were just like, how's that gonna work? We're all gonna be gussied up, to go out to this like fancy
gussy it down.
All you gotta do is take your clothes off. You fit right in.
Pretty much. So we went to like I think 3 other bars, and I don't know what was going on that Saturday night, but like there was nothing going on Saturday night in New York City. It was just like walked to one place. I think it was like Hush, and literally they were playing white girl music the whole night, and I'm just like.
This ain't it. I'm gonna go home.
No, it's not it.
Nothing playing the Taylor Swift album.
Probably was.
It was excruciating.
So that's what it was. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
And then I think we went over to Industry for a hot minute, and it was like half full. It was weird. There were like people all the way in the back and like on the stage, and it was like crazy packed, but the rest of the entire bar was like empty. So it was just everywhere we went, it was
the
kind
vibes
of
were
like,
just off.
It was just off. So then finally we just caved in and said, okay, I guess we might as well go to the Eagle.
I know that's right. Wait, did Marco and Tony go to the Eagle?
Tony did not, but Marco did.
Oh, yeah, because Tony be going to be it.
Yeah. Who was it? It was me, Ruben, Marco, Eddie, and Steven. And am I missing anybody else? I think that's about it. Yeah. It was just It was the 5 of us that made it over there. Everybody else had kind of like tapered off, and it was cute. We were on the dance floor for a hot minute, and had a good time. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, I want to go home. I don't want to be out here around these people. But it's a 50th. It's like, it's just a milestone. And so I can't be the one that's being a party pooper. But by 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, y'all, this is my last song. This is it. Like I can't do it anymore. God damn, I gotta go and get some beauty sleep. And I usually talk to my man at 4:30 in the morning. So it's like I need to go to
get
bed.
you a little cat nap.
Get a little something, because them can't be out in these streets. And hell, look, if I called him and he hears all this in the background.
He said if you don't get your ass home and talk to me properly on the phone
in the background.
No.
Like, I swear I'm at the Eagle. Like, what? That's not better. That's not better. So it was well after 3, and I was like, I gotta go. And I had a little like very scantily like body fitting Henley and black jeans, and I was wearing my Tom Ford boots, and my heels were all like,
like the Tom Ford boots at the Eagle. I'm so
girl.
I'm so done.
It's like what?
First, the Balenciaga's going hiking. The Tom Ford boots at the Eagle. Come on, that is Auntie Char to a T.
But lick these expensive ass boots, bitch.
That
you licking high quality, okay?
I cannot wait. I could not wait to get home and just crawl into bed. Couldn't wait to get home. So no, the weekend was cool. It was chill. It was great celebrating with him, and now we're back into the grind. So happy Monday, everybody. How was your weekend?
Yeah, and she was hungover on Friday because she went out on a school night.
I did go on a school night on Thursday. Shout out to Eric over at Hung Up Pod. He has a little gathering at his friend's house, just like almost like not like a meet and greet because he knew everybody, but just like folks that just are kind of like in Philly, black people. I come together. Just a little get together during the week and just saying, hey, we appreciate you. Good to see you. We see you. And just a lot of good, cool stuff that Eric's up to right now. So that was fun. And then just got to meet a lot of cool folks and a couple folks that like watch the pod as well. They're like, oh shit, hold on. Like when they do like the double take to realize who it is. So again, it's just like those moments are always just super weird. But yeah, no, it was super dope. Just because since I've been here in Philly, it's been few and far between to have those moments. Like I just don't know as many people as I've maybe known in other cities, just because I'll be staying my ass home. But so it was just nice. But to go out on a Thursday though, it's just like, girl, I was struggling that Friday. I really was. And I had a lot of shit to get done at work that day too. I was like, this is not it. This is not it. Damn. And then like that Saturday, my good friend that I had growing up, and to this day, really. Opoka, you met him at my wedding, Dawon. He was in town for work all week because he's been doing a lot of stuff. So like Philly has the FIFA, like the World Cup here next summer. So he like his company was doing a lot of stuff, was setting up like a lot of just like the I don't even know what to call them, decals and setups for like the volunteer center and all that stuff, because they're starting to like hire for all the volunteers next summer. So they literally transformed like this warehouse to where it's going to be the volunteer center for a while, and then it's going to turn into like where everybody kind of like meets up at next summer and things like that. So turned out super dope. But he was here all week, and like he was literally working like 12-hour days, 14-hour days, getting all that shit done. And then finally Saturday, because he left Sunday, he was like, all right, finally have some time. Let's like go out, grab some drinks. So we thought we was 22 again, but we all in our 40s. Like, damn. So again, Sunday, I was like, damn, I'm hurting. I was like, twice in like 3 days. I was like, I don't be doing this no more. Unless I'm like market days or some shit like that.
What is this, market days?
Girl, that Sunday, and I was happy. I was proud of myself. I still made it to the gym. But I was like, girl, this ain't it. I'm tired. So it was fun. It was fun to just have maybe a different weekend. And then this coming weekend is OutFest weekend here in Philly. So I'll be out. And then it's our anniversary this weekend. So as this episode, comes out, it would have been this Saturday. So 6 years. We've been married for 6 years.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Happy anniversary. You old raggedy bitch.
Right. Seriously. Like, damn, you raggedy bitch. Seriously. It hit me. I was like, damn, 6 years of marriage. I don't know when that happened. When I just become an old broad like this. Oh, Lord. Well, community, hopefully you're doing well out there. It does. It really, really does. Time goes by fast. So.
Shout out to Chris Brewer. I ran into him actually. Speaking of Thursdays, I went out with the boys on Thursdays. We do a happy hour every Thursday, and I ran into Chris Brewer at some bar. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Hush, I want to say, but yeah. Hey, this is actually the first time that we physically met in person.
Oh, really?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. The first time and it was just serendipitous that we happened to be in the same club at the same time.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. I've missed Chris like so many times because he comes back to Seattle from time to time as well too. And it just never happens to be when I'm there. Or like for instance, Puerto Rico, we miss each other by like 3 days. In Puerto Rico. Really? Like, God damn.
Yeah.
This is what I love. Like community, like we be saying all these names like you know them, but what happens is over time, a lot of the community people that we like, the listeners, we meet, and so we just be dropping your name in episodes. So find us.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, honestly,
I can't. Speaking of like crossing ships, there have been so many people that I've either just missed or we overlap, but had no idea that we were in the same. Like, especially because I'm going back and forth to Barcelona, CJ's area. So, like, I see all the time community members that are like in CJ's in Barcelona or, thereabouts. And literally just like, why didn't you let a brother know that you were going to be in town? Like,
right. I always think about like, it's like you just happen to randomly be in the background of like all these pictures up there that you don't even know. Like, it'd be funny to be like, you take a picture and be like, is that Auntie Dawon back there? I didn't even know until I got back home. It's like, what? Yeah. Oh man, but anyway, we're just catching up. This is a little lighter episode probably this week, except for this next topic because it's craziness. We know we said this year we weren't going to talk too much about politics and all that stuff because we just needed a break. Well, the break is likely over just because there's just a lot to talk about, but then also voting is coming up in November, and there's a lot of important elections coming up. So please double check your registrations and all that stuff. We say this every year around this time. So please double check your registration if you haven't already voted, because a lot of deadlines are coming up right now, pretty much. And so we just know there's a lot of hot topics going on specifically in this country. We know the world is also involved in just a lot of stuff, but specifically in this country, obviously we see a lot of those made up raids that he's creating, but all these instances where they're literally just tearing families apart. We're seeing it right now in Chicago. We see them raiding black apartment buildings, the condo buildings. We see it right now, him making up shit up in Portland. So we just want to make sure that even though we don't talk about it every week, we are hyper aware and we will use our voice when we need to use our voice. So this week we're definitely talking about it and if there's just even community members out there that are lawyers or things like that, or just involved in maybe nonprofits, that you could share the information with us, and we'll be sure to post this out there, share them in our stories and our posts and things like that, because we got to stick up for one another and we got to look out for one another, because clearly this administration, which we already knew going into it, ain't doing shit and just trying to cause havoc and chaos for Black and brown communities, minority communities, LGBTQIA plus communities, the trans community specifically. Mm-hmm. So we see y'all, keep fighting, keep looking out for your neighbors and your community. Seriously.
Yeah. You know, they're not making it easy to fight. And, you know, it's no secret that, especially from us Black folks, there's a level of frustration from our end, from always having to continue to want to be the ones consistently showing up and doing the work for not just our community, but for other marginalized communities as well. And it's almost at the point where I'm just ready to lead by example. You know, I like being mad at people for not showing up when they knew better isn't going to make anything better at this point, you know? And so it's now time for us to figure out how to put that behind and no longer be, you know, upset for people not showing up when they were supposed to last November, and start showing up now. I mean, even the fact that Apple removed those apps that allow for people to report ICE in specific areas around the country as well too, just goes to show that they're doing everything within their power to make it harder for us to come together. Okay. So speaking up and posting and using your platforms and using your voice is the only thing that's going to make things better. And we just can't be tired anymore. We can't be tired anymore. Yeah. They're going to, I mean, the fact that President Trump just actually for the first time over the weekend acknowledged Project 2025 publicly for the first time ever just goes to show you that they now feel that they are at a comfortable enough position where he can start talking about it and people won't start bailing. Or maybe they will bail, but guess what? They've undone so much that it don't matter at this point. So we really got to start paying attention, y'all. And again, I'm going to say this to all of you who chose to set out and vote, especially because of what's going on with, you know, the war in Palestine right now. And I'm talking to those who, you know, decided to set out because they felt like, you know, there were two evils at the time. It all matters. And we can't be doing this or that. They coming for everything and everyone. So if you want to get stuck on one single topic, you know what? I want them to take your ass.
Hell, I'm still mad at the Bernie bros.
Baby. Come on now. Like history has shown with this man. The fact that the government shut down the last time it happened, he was also in office. Mm-hmm. Like y'all need to stop playing. Y'all just need to stop playing and acting like you're doing some form of rebellion by holding out your vote. You're not. You're not. If anything, you're just making it worse.
They're betting on you to hold out your vote.
Yeah. They're just trying to tire you out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't really have too much to offer outside of what's already been said. You know, I think it's pretty sad, and this is certainly one of those instances where we can see who's going to be on the right side of history. You know, when this is all said and done. And it's also pretty sad that there are people that are actively pursuing these kind of job opportunities. Like, where are these people coming from?
That part.
Like, who in their mind says, I feel comfortable enough, even at what we see now, you know, like what we've seen, you know, being done, you have to have the same eyesight and see this is not right. Even if you feel like you are doing something that is righteous or, you know, or patriotic for your country, there's a way of doing things that treats people like humans. And this does not look anything like that. So it's really unconscionable behavior. And it's so sad to me that there are people that says, I could do that.
And showing up day in, day out. Like, I guarantee you when you laying down at night, you feel that in your gut saying this This can't be right. And I get you got bills to pay. I get all of that. However, comma, if you truly think you're doing this for the conscience of Christianity and all that stuff,
then show your face.
Let your ass die.
Then show your
Let
face.
your ass die and see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a rude awakening when you wake up from death.
That's the thing that kills me is that you have all these agents that are hiding their faces. Like, if what you are doing was patriotic, it was the right thing to do, you would have absolutely no reason to not show your face. But the fact that you're not showing your face shows the world that you are without morals.
A coward.
You are absolutely a coward, that you're a bully, and ultimately you're believing this bullshit, thinking that it's going to somehow positively affect you and your lives, when really it's tearing apart communities. It's doing so many negative things. Be happy with how life returns a favor. Let's put it that way.
That especially the minority ones, the black and brown ones that I've been seeing. This power trip and this ego, and you think it ain't gonna happen to your family and shit, bothers the fuck out of me.
Because you next. You're next.
So yeah. On that note, community, we'll take a little tea break because we gotta chill.
I need it. Damn.
And we'll be right back with Ask Yo Aunteas. Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minoritea Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jerrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at MinoriTeaReport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. All righty, ladies. Now that we... Before we
now that we're back, before we come in, just a word to anyone that's wondering, hey, how do I know what my rights are? Because one of the best things that any of us can do is know your rights and how to protect yourself. And while we are not experts in this, we want to get you to the right resources. So if you go to the American Civil Liberties Union, if I can get the words out, American Civil
Liberties Union.
Go there. Thank you. ACLU. I don't know why I'm struggling with that word. But if you go to their website, they have a whole page dedicated for helping you to understand what your rights are. And it's a focus on immigrants' rights. So, what to do, what your right is with regard to when you're being questioned, when you should or should not allow someone in your property, all these kinds of things. And that's www.aclu.org/know-your-rights.
That's great.
And that's KNOW for right?
KNOW.
Just to make sure folks know how to spell.
And if you got it with you, don't be afraid to donate. I know I donate monthly to ACLU as well too.
Absolutely.
A lot of that money goes to a lot of folks in the community, of different marginalized communities that need resources like housing, like legal representation, etc. So think like in protesting cases, if there is someone who may be queer or trans or black or something along the lines that need legal representation, the ACLU can step in and help provide those resources. So even donating monthly can help with that. So it's another way we can do our part for each other.
It breaks my heart. All right. All right, ladies. What time is it?
Ask your
I'm a one-note queen. All the other ones are broke.
You said that Mariah Carey album came out. Practice my falsetto.
Right. Shout out to her. She just surpassed Taylor Swift as I think the fourth artist with the most number or top 10 records.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
kudos
according to
Mariah.
Billboard.
Yeah,
So
me and Mariah.
doing a little something there.
All right, it says, "Hey, aunties. So recently, I got approached by an artist friend who asked if I'd ever consider posing nude for an art piece or an art class. I know it's all in the name of art and body positivity, but I'm a little on the fence. What do you all think? Is stripping down for art a bold move in self-expression, or would you keep your clothes on? Can't wait to hear your take."
These clothes are staying on.
You ain't posing for no dude.
They staying on. Okay.
You got a household to protect.
No. Let me tell you. And in this economy, if you're gonna see all this, you're gonna pay. If I can pose nude for a class, I can be OnlyFans making money.
You right on that.
So,
But what if it's just for one person, not a class?
Yeah, what if it's just like a piece of art that maybe you could sell?
Okay, then I feel like the kombucha girl. I mean, okay, if it was for a friend and it was just one-on-one, I think I would be okay with it. But for a class, for anything public like that, like, nah.
No.
You're not getting them $50 for the Art Institute of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Nah,
Right.
she don't need that $50. Now, if you put another zero behind it, we actually make a commission off of it. Then we might get to talking.
You said 7:30 on Thursday?
Look, okay. If the price is right. But if we're volunteering for this though, nah, I don't think I could do it. I mean, I think the main reason why, outside of the jokes of, I could be putting that out on OnlyFans, which, I mean, that's the real tea. Like, if I'm that comfortable, if I'm that free, I mean, it might as well make money out of it, right? Yeah. I also just don't think I would necessarily be professional enough. Let there be like one or two fine motherfuckers in that classroom.
Start to move it and start to twitch it. I know that's right.
That's
where my mind immediately goes.
Because we have healthy blood flow over here, okay?
Baby,
we have healthy
mighty like
blood
oak.
flow, okay?
Calm Malone say.
So your writer got a cup of ice in it. So before I show up, I need to have this on stage. I need a cup of ice. Or a bucket.
Maybe a couple of ice or a bucket ain't doing it. I'm just saying.
Baby.
Shoot.
Just
I
like
didn't
you see
been
it.
in
It is what
plenty
it
of
is. Put it in your
situations.
paint.
Like I said,
Put it
the
in your
blood
paint.
circulation is good. Okay. The right one.
I know that's right. Would you do it, Dawon?
I think it would depend on what kind of art is being created out of this and what the circumstances are. I don't
say Ruben. Like Ruben, like our community, if you listen to the whole episode, our friend Ruben, he's an artist like that. They'll take like portraits and things like that. Like, would you say he came to you and asked you that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem doing that because a lot of his art isn't vulgar.
Right.
I wouldn't.
There's a taste level to it.
There certain, yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it has to deal with like what kind of art are we talking about? Are we talking about sculpture? Are we talking about like drawing? Like pen on notepad, sketchpad? Are we talking about some kind of like impressionist painting? Or photography? Like to me, that matters.
I think that's Ruben too.
That's what Mighty like oak. Only fans coming.
Look, pay me like one of them French girls, okay? Look, baby.
I know that's right.
To the side. Post. Caked up.
I don't have
she on the Titanic
back arch. Okay, look. Oh, she got a valley.
I don't have a pressing need to like be captured naked at all. I'm comfortable being naked. I don't really have a problem around that, but like I don't have a strong desire to have like my body all the way out there like that.
Yeah. I would do it. Like I guess I've never just thought about it, like to do like an art class or anything like that. I don't know if I have a desire to necessarily do it. I'm not opposed, I guess, one way or the other. But I'm with Jerrell. Like I don't know if I would be able to control my mind because that would be legit. I'm just sitting here thinking, don't get hard. But then of course the second you say don't get hard,
then you got hard.
You get hard.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like that. Be like, damn, and that man found his shit over there. Literally, like. So I don't know if I am. I don't know if mature enough I just know myself. That's just where my brain gonna probably end up going at some point. Honestly, it probably is what it is. Like it's life, you know. And it still works, so it's there.
Look, I didn't pop the boner in plenty of inappropriate situations, and I'm like, I am not supposed to be having a boner right now. This thing needs to go. Go away, girl. Go away, girl. What you doing?
Yeah,
go home.
I do.
You know what's wild? You know what's wild is that like I done sent hella dick pics. You know, like hella. So it's not an issue of the nudity, and it's not even about the nudity being out there, but it's about. I think for me, it's about the way that it's being consumed.
Yeah,
you know, and the taste level of how it's being captured. To me,
like I feel like if like I have a taste level, if it's going to be like art and things like that, I 1000% agree. But then I also don't have a
taste
one way
level.
or the other. If the taste level could be nasty and in the gutter over on the right side too. I don't care about that side. But if it's art, I think just to create a part of my brain, be like, okay, if we're going to do it, let's do it right. There's definitely that for me.
Put on some music.
Nah, because Kerel won't sit still. Kerel won't be sitting still. They'll be like, stop moving. Kerel will start, head would be bobbing. He'd be singing the song. Nah.
It's like, bitch, stop moving. And then like, even like over here to the side here, like if you've been in my house, I actually did, like, it wasn't posing, but like you could like take a picture and send it in, and then artists would like recreate the thing. So I actually have one. I'm not naked, but like I'm in like a jock and like leather and stuff, and have that actually right here in my office. So if people see it in the house, they see it on this wall. So like I guess I don't have a worry in that regard one way, but just going to an art class, I've never even thought about it, quite frankly, until I saw this question. I was like, oh, would I do it? I guess, but then I'd be like, damn, that ain't the scale. That ain't the scale.
Don't play me. Don't play me.
No, right.
Look.
Playing in my face.
Talking about extra stringers. Nigga, no.
Right. No, ma'am.
Look.
No, ma'am.
You know what's weird is like, I also think a lot of it has to do with the proximity, because like I wouldn't do it in an art class here in the US, but if I was in like France, I'd be like, sure.
He's like, oui. So you wouldn't want people that happen to fall into the class or something.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You wouldn't want someone that potentially you knew or would eventually maybe run into be in the class. Is that the reason?
I don't know. I'm not really concerned about that, I guess. I don't know. I think there's something just very, this is a superficial answer, if I'm being honest with you. Because I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of shit in the US. So I can see myself doing that shit over there, but not here. Because I'm fading out the ideas of me doing anything permanently here. So
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah. So cool. Well, community, let us know. Would you pose in the nude for art or for art's sake? Or you're like, no, I'm keeping these clothes on. The only way you get this naked bodies for the coin. Let us know. And then continue to send your Ask Yo Aunteas to aya@minoriteareport.com, or DM us or hit us on the T line. We haven't had a T line. We only had one this entire fucking time. Come on now, y'all. We need the T line. And what's that T line number, Dawon?
844-TEALINE or 844-832-5463.
Love it. And Halloween's coming up here, and I mean that's another time that damn a lot of men be posting damn they're naked anyway for the free, for the low. Y'all, Halloween's on a Friday this year, so you know all the gays gonna be out this year. Y'all do anything for Halloween? You already got your costumes or nah?
Nah, I don't have anything planned, honestly. I try to, like, at the beginning of the year, I was like, I want to, like, think of all these things that's happening this year and make something, like, do some cultural reference, something that was big this year. And all of a sudden, I was like, damn, it's October. I did none of that shit. So, I don't know. And then also, like, by the time that come out, like, we were just getting our house back because the week before is when we get married. So, like, we'd had people in the house.
Have we said this on the podcast yet?
I think so. Last week.
Yeah, okay.
Last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we'd had people for like in our house for 6-7 days. The weekend would be nice just to have it back to ourselves. Yeah. And then Fizz is going to Palm Springs Pride the following weekend. So it'll probably just be our time just to have a weekend to ourselves. So I'll probably go out on Friday, but I'll be probably one of those lames that probably won't dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any plans. Nope.
No?
I don't want to be around these people. Like, what's the point? No, I'll pass. No, especially here in New York. I'm just like, no, I don't want to be caught up in on the subway with like a gazillion thousand people, and 20-year-olds who have never been anywhere, and it's the first time they're out and they're all fucking drunk and throwing up on shoes and what. No, I'll pass, and it's gonna be cold. No. I'll pass.
I'll stay home.
Yeah, I'll stay here and watch the the Great Pumpkin movie or some shit like that.
Do kids really trick or treat a lot in New York?
Do
you see them out about?
In my neighborhood, they will. Yeah.
Okay.
There are some buildings because there's large apartment buildings that will do kind of like something within the apartment building, and then a lot of the actual shops that are on like Broadway, as an example. I'm like, I'm in between Broadway and Riverside, and like on Broadway, where I'm at in Harlem, a lot of you'll see parents at about 5 to 6 o'clock taking their little ones to there. Yeah. And they'll like go along their block, and they'll like, trick or treat along the block and go into the stores and whatnot.
Fizz is so excited for Halloween. He trying to be like Corey. He done bought a fog machine. He wants to do this whole yard. He's like, I hope all the kids come by our house. And so actually, I think about it, we probably won't even make it out because he is really excited to have kids come.
That's what
and
happens
trick or treat
every year.
Yeah, so we probably won't even go out.
Excited.
Yeah.
Every damn year. Except this year, he did not put up so obviously he already decorated, but we have this giant. I don't know, those giant skeletons that people be putting on the front yards. Mm-hmm. We've had that the last couple of years, and like all the little kids around the neighborhood love it, and they're scared of it, but they want to see it, and it it talks and all that. He didn't put it up this year. I was like, "You're not putting up the skeleton?" He's like, "No, I didn't feel like assembling it and all that." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Who are you?" Like he loves the attention of that. Like I was like, "That's up your alley." I mean, he still put something like on the front of the house, and like he has like these two kind of like skeleton ghosts that are like on like the I don't know, the pillars or the posts or whatever, they're right there. Then like he took the light bulbs off the on the front porch and put like kind of these orange lights that kind of like shake a little bit or twinkle a little bit.
Flutter,
so
flicker,
he
whatever.
They like flicker. Mm-hmm. So he still did all that, but I was like, you did not put that big ass skeleton up again. Wow. Okay. I don't know who you are this year. Are you okay? But he loves him some damn Halloween. So literally like by the time all of the kids are done like trick-or-treating, I'm like, I'm staying my ass in. And it's a Friday this year, so like I might even just have me a little cocktail or two. Like our neighbors, they always get like mini shooters and give them to the parents. So they have like a bowl of just like Fireball, vodka, whatever, and stuff like that for the adults. And then obviously candy for the kids. So everybody knows that between our house and their house, like we like the place on the block.
Yeah.
And like Corey will make like chili and hand out chili to people and things like that. So it takes up the night, and literally by the end, it's time to clean up and go to bed. So yeah, and I don't have a costume idea this year. Usually, I used to be all about all the ideas and the pop culture ideas and things like that, and I haven't done it the last few years. Yeah. I don't know why. Getting old.
By the time this episode
about it, I guess.
By the time this episode comes out, my niece arrives on Saturday, so she'll still be here on Monday by the time this episode goes out, and then but on Sunday we're going to Comic-Con. So nice. Comic-Con is going on this week, starts Thursday, I believe. And then we've got tickets to go on Sunday together. And so we're going to dress up as Miles Morales and his uncle.
Oh, I love that.
And
yeah.
That was my niece's idea. So, we're going to do that. We're super excited about this. She's like becoming quite an artist, and she's like painting and drawing and, all these kinds of things. And, we're talking about, what could we do that's fun that she would enjoy? She's gotten into the Broadway scene, but right now there's not a lot of things that are like that she would want to see that are also like age appropriate for her at 13. Right. I'm not taking it to death becomes her. But even though I think it would be a really cool, I just think the themes are a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so we're going to that on Sunday. So we'll have a little fun time dressing up and seeing who's dressed up in cosplay and, you know, what the booths look like. And I've never been to a Comic-Con before, so this would be kind of fun for me as well.
They used to always do one in Atlanta that people would go to. I don't know why I never went to that one. And then I feel like they do one here in Philly, but I never looked to see when it is. It's like you just happen to go in the city, you just see everybody dressed up. You're like, oh, it's this weekend. I'm missing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, that'll be fun. Oh, that's cute. I like that idea. So we lost Jerrell. That's 2 weeks in a row. That Wi-Fi.
She's going to become known as the unreliable queen.
It's like it used to be Auntie Landon with the Wi-Fi. I guess we got to do Auntie Landon with this Wi-Fi.
It's a curse. It's popping its way around the community.
I guess so. But I guess we'll wait a few seconds to get it back in here before we say goodbye. But yeah, community, if like you do anything for Halloween and got some cool costumes, you know, send them our way. We'll post them. Then obviously, if you got the sexy costumes too, send them our way and we'll look at them.
That part.
And we'll. Oh Lord. All right. Well, I don't know. We kind of hit our list this week. We went through everything.
Yeah.
Anything else in your heart, mind?
No, just
subscribe.
I was gonna say, keep tuning in, keep listening, keep sharing with your friends. Sharing is caring, and we love doing this podcast. We love the community that we built, and we love you all being an active part of this whole experience. So if you like listening to us, please share us with people that and encourage them to show us a little bit of love with a like and a follow and maybe a review on the social media platforms. That would be great.
Yeah. I agree. No, that would definitely help us out. And but yeah, like I agree. Like it's dope just to run into the community out in the wild.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what it's really about. It's just like building that, especially in these times right now. We all have to lean on each other and bring a little joy to each other. So I love seeing everyone meeting each other out in the open. Even like the community members, like if you see Smithy out there, like say hey to Smithy, like, oh, we know you from Minoritea Report. Like we got DMs when we posted that picture saying, oh, that's the Smithy. Oh, the one that you guys say Alexa, Smithy and shit like that. Like we like that big building of the community within the podcast and things like that. So so 1000% agree. But there's Jerrell. We were just wrapping up. We was like, ooh, Auntie Landon over here.
Yeah, I think it's about time I bite the bullet. I mean, internet packages are so fucking expensive for no fucking reason. Yeah. And I went with a package that I thought price-wise it'd be all right. Speed-wise, it's supposed to be fine. But I guess I just live in an area where like I just need to have I gotta bite the bullet. Yeah. Because my work computer never does this. None of the other devices have any issues. It's just this laptop that I use. So I don't know. I'm gonna do my updates first. I'm gonna do some. Now that she's a tech girl, she's gonna do some troubleshooting on her device first.
Okay, come on.
She's gonna do some of that first. But also, I think the other thing too. I think I'm just gonna finally bite the bullet too as well, and just buy a new computer because this computer
is tough. It's tough when
this computer is just
on its last leg.
Yeah, and I think it's about that time. I really do. So
I mean, it's coming up to Black Friday. It's crazy to say, community, that we're coming up to the holidays. By the way, so we'll have all our best stuffs and things like that coming up soon. But look for some good. You'll probably get some good deals because it sounds like Apple's going to be releasing a new Mac by the end of the year. Yeah. So the last and honestly, I'm still on the 2020. Let me see. This is 2021 Mac. The M1, the M1 Max from like 4 or 5 years ago. Still their silica and their like chips are so good. I probably won't even need to update this for another like 5 years. Like that's how good their chips are. So even if you don't see, they're up to like they're about to announce the M5. Even if you get like an M2, M3, like a M3 MacBook Air or something like that, you could probably get it for like $700 now, like $800, especially like Black Friday. And that shit is gonna last a while.
I've had my MacBook Air, which I love, by the way, because it's like super light. I mean, I'm not doing a lot of processing on mine. I don't use a lot of heavy applications or whatever. And my MacBook Air, it's it's fantastic. Great size for, for everything that you really need to do. I fully work off of my laptop. I don't have other monitors at all. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I just never.
This is not an ad for Apple, by the way.
Right. Personal experience.
Exactly.
Rather have this than Hewlett Packard.
Unless it wants to be an ad for Apple, by the way. Thank you, Tim Cook. Yeah, boo.
I want to sponsor. No, I've never financially been able to afford, a MacBook. And then also too, I mean, if you don't have the luxury to afford one, most people don't have the opportunity to learn a Mac operating system, which is completely different than a Windows operating system. They're completely different. So even for my work, because I need to get a new work computer, they were like, well, you should just go ahead and switch over to a Mac. And I'm like, but damn, I'm gonna have to learn how to use a Mac ASAP because all my teaching stuff would be on there. So like I just how I present and how I do things would be just completely different. I'm like, damn, I don't want to take
not that hard,
time
though.
off.
No.
What it is it's the software that transfers between some of the other components that I use for my teaching classes, and not all software is compatible with each other. So yes, it is a difference, and that's the part that I don't know if I would have the time, because I would have to take my time outside of work to then be in the office and then troubleshoot all the equipment because no one else in my office has a Mac. So everything from the projector.
Windows, girl.
I know. Right. But again, like I was just saying though, but everyone knows Mac operating systems are better. They're just
more
stable. They are.
And the tech world, and when you are in the tech world, people say, hey, you should be using a Mac operating system. That's true. I'm just trying to lean more into that, but it's just like the time and the money is just a factor. Like most things in life, right? Time and money. So
that's what it comes down to every time. But all right, community. Well, hopefully you're staying safe out there. Again, look out for one another. Get out there and vote. Register to vote. Show up to vote. Show up for your friends, your family, your community, because we need each other. Anything else on your hearts and minds before we get out of here? No,
just like you were saying, share. Make sure you put that stuff out there. Some of y'all still, are very nice, and you got people around you who need to be hearing these things. So if you're not like Auntie Henny, who I didn't kicked all the motherfuckers out. So I'm talking to the void whenever I post. If anything, I'm just, riling up the people on the right side of history. I'm just encouraging the right people, But if you still got some of the people who are backwards and late, keep posting because they need to see it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's true. Yeah. So wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. And we got a great episode next week, by the way.
Yes.
And we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye, y'all.